Welcome everyone to DCS. We are in the F18 Hornet today, and we are sat on the ground at Nellis Air Force Base because we are going to check out the Nevada test range map, which is available as a payware scenery from the DCS site or from Steam. Now I own the Persian Gulf map, and it really is very detailed, very nicely modelled. So yeah, I thought we could do this as a sort of two-part series. First one being a bit of a blast around at high speed with a predefined course which I've set. But as you can see there from the view outside, you might just be able to see that in the reverb. I can see that really clearly. That is Las Vegas, and that will be in part 2 where we'll be flying low and slow in the Huey. So if you're interested, come along for the ride. We're in the, as I say, we're in the HP reverb and looking fantastic, might I say. My settings are pretty high actually as well, so hopefully we'll be able to see everything in all its glory, even though we're in VR. Oh yes, bit of a fancy takeoff there. It had to be done. Right, so our flight plan here is set. Just going to do a bit of a box here. And check out some of these views here. Now, this is quite a large map. I'm not quite sure how it compares to some of the others. A lot of it is desert, as you can imagine, but even so, it is still very well modelled. You can see there are cars down there. Lorries, all moving traffic. There's moving traffic on the main roads. There's sort of like billboard signs, shops, imagine lots of burger outlets, and even trains, as you can see down there, which is very cool. And of course, the terrain it just feels very unforgiving, very formidable, in the sense that it's just somewhere you wouldn't want to get lost. You wouldn't want to be out here if you're not prepared, that's for sure. But luckily today we're in an F18 Hornet and we've got front seat really to enjoy this fantastic scenery. Oh my god, those sounds. They are incredible. The whole thing is, I mean, the F18 is amazing, but DCS, I mean, I do wonder whether it could even be a GA, sort of general aviation civilian flight sim as well as a combat sim, because it's got quite a lot of the ingredients it needs. Wonderful scenery, great performance. As far as I'm aware, it's not running Vulcan either. And of course, the flight model and the feeling of flight in DCS is the best that there is out there. It really is incredible. All you need to do is look at some of the flyby views and some of the fan-made videos of the way the aircraft fly through the air. They don't look computerized. It doesn't look like it's lots of code. It looks very natural, if that makes sense. And that translates into VR, into an exquisite experience, an amazing, unmatched experience. And learning every little bit of this F18 Hornet is a joy, it really is. Wow, look at that, it feels dry out there, you know. I feel thirsty just looking at that. And look at that, I don't know if you can see that, guys, but there's like a haze layer. Or like a, look, you can almost feel that heat. Incredible. Right, we're going to do a fancy turn here as we head to our next waypoint. You see what I mean by the way it flies? It just looks and sounds totally convincing to me. But as I say, this is a peacetime mission, so to speak. We're just doing a navigation tour.
Altitude. Altitude.
Just to check out what I think to this scenery. Now, I have this same scenery in Aerofly, and actually, weirdly, it wasn't long ago I did a bit of a, well, actually I haven't posted it on YouTube yet, but a flight in the F18 Hornet to Area 51 into Las Vegas. And I remember being very impressed by the scenery. It was immense. Of course, the F18 Hornet in Aerofly is a toy, whether the one in DCS is basically real. It's living inside of your computer and ready to go at a moment's notice. I think that you can create something like this with computer code is beyond me. It's just, if you stop and think about it for a moment, it's just quite incredible, to say the least. But yeah, sort of comparing the two, I think they're pretty much on par, really. I'd imagine the DCS version is full of more of life, for instance, so you're going to have a lot more things going on, targets to blow up, to have fun with. But in terms of the actual core texture, quality and mesh, objects and things like that, I think, you know, it's pretty much on par with each other. And bearing in mind, actually, it's worth mentioning, Aerofly has Vulkan implementation, DCS doesn't, and it's doing a hell of a lot more than Aerofly, simply just by the physics of this F18 Hornet. You know, imagine what my computer's having to deal with, all the calculations just to fly the plane, let alone all the other stuff. And it feels really smooth. My texture quality settings are all on ultra and very high, building density, all that kind of stuff. I'm running an 8600K processor, that's an i5, and K processors are very good for overclocking, but I haven't actually got mine overclocked at the moment for this particular video, but it will boost up to about 4.2 gigahertz. That's running a 1080 Ti graphics card, 11 gigabytes, a Zotac Mini, and 11 gigs of memory. And I've got to say, it's running very nicely indeed. This bird, yeah, oh god, I'm totally in love with it. Lost for words, to be honest. You can probably tell in my voice. I just cannot believe we can do this in 2020. If you'd have told me as a kid, or when I first started flying, well, flight simming rather, which was a long time ago actually, my first ever flight sim was had an Atari. You remember we either had Acorns or Atari computers, or the Commodore, whatever that was, but I didn't have one of them. I bought it from my friend for about, I don't know, £20 or something, and I had a floppy disk drive, and I had the F117A Stealth, and it looked crap, but to me it was everything. I loved that sim, and that was the very first flight sim I ever had. But to think what we can do now with a VR headset in a plane that is basically the exactly same replica in terms of physics and system depth, without anything obviously that's classified, in a VR headset that you can look around 6 degrees of freedom in graphics this good, I would have laughed. I would have been like, no way. Even like 5 years ago, maybe 5-6 years ago, I'd have been like, no way, can't do it. But here we are, indulging and being very spoilt by what we can get now in 2020. So just have a look at the map here actually, quickly. Just to see where we are here. That is Greach Air Force Base. Maybe we can do a little bit of a fancy loop. I think that'd be highly appropriate.
Altitude.
Over the top. And then we can do a bit of a square loop actually. That's what the F18 is known for. Really pushing hard there. 4.5G. Right at the top, the loop. God, that feels good. Build the speed, 300 knots. Push right down the controls. Heading right back down again. And then final push. Very nice. Hopefully we won't get into trouble too much for doing that. So I think at the end of this particular plan, as we head down this bit here, that is Las Vegas. So we'll just do a bit of a low pass. As I say, part 2 will be a bit more of a low, slow, very detailed look at Las Vegas. To see how it compares in terms of its graphics fidelity. Although really, you probably wouldn't be spending too much time that low. You'd be too busy shooting down enemy aircraft. I suppose if you're on the Huey, you'd be, I suppose it's feasible to be that low, picking up casualties or evacuating an area or something like that. So I suppose, it does need to be as detailed as possible. Now that is very nice indeed. Let's do a little bit of a nice tight radius turn in this beautiful, what do you call it really, like valley or canyon or mountainside. Look at these green trees looking very prominent against the kind of scorched desert terrain. Oh, this is so good. So we're getting a bit low here now. Check out some of these objects.
Altitude.
Look at that, there's so much to see. I love as well, like you can see the shadow there of the aircraft. Cranes, are they moving? I'm not sure. The factory down there. Oh, I'd love to bomb that. No, Steve, this is a peacetime mission. Mustn't bomb the factory. Or whatever it is. Actually looks like some sort of posh hotel with a massive swimming pool in the middle. Very nice. Yeah, detail everywhere as expected. And there it is again, so that's another building that's kind of been copied and pasted there. That's okay. But that kind of brings me to a point really that this is a very nice map, very detailed. I must admit the Persian Gulf map is better value for money, and I know that's probably a newer map, so there's going to be more technologies in it, but I think just the region itself is more interesting. There's a lot more going on really. As expected, the Nevada range, it is what it is. It's desert really, and it's barren, and it's kind of featureless in all respects. So I guess one of the reasons probably why they chose to do this, because it's not too challenging to make, but I know they do put a huge amount of effort into these maps. But I just think, I don't know, £40 is a little bit steep. I would prefer if the Nevada map was probably say £20 and the Persian Gulf map was say £30, or even if it was 40, I kind of get that that's more worth it, but that's my personal opinion anyway. It's still very nice, but I would definitely recommend getting this map when there's a sale, and there appears to be plenty of them in DCS. So this is just our running back to Nellis Air Force Base now. That's our next waypoint there. As you can see, we're 4 minutes away. I think, according to that. Yeah, 076 degrees, 31 miles away. Although we are slowing a bit, 395 knots. All is well in the F18 Hornet. All those trees, they're everywhere. They look 3D as well, they look really good actually, much better than X-Plane. Wow, this is really quite incredible. So that's my altitude here. Now heading back to Nellis Air Force Base, and it's just now we're going to be running in. I'd imagine after this mountainside here we'll have a view, a very nice view of Las Vegas, so we'll probably just go outside for that. I'm always quite astonished that you can get this level of graphic fidelity when you're displaying basically the image twice in the VR headset, and particularly in the case of the Reverb it's 2K per eye, so we're effectively getting 90 frames per second here. That's not bad going at all, is it? Right, so now is the grand finale. This is our run to Las Vegas. Take the speed down a little bit here and check out how detailed this area is. And of course we will be coming back to this with a flight in the Huey in part 2. But I just had to use the Hornet. It'd be rude not to. Even if I had to go and get my shopping, I'd use the Hornet. Park it outside the supermarket. Get my bread and milk. Plenty of traffic down there. Houses are looking very, very sharp, very, very well detailed. God, look at all that neighbourhood there. They've all got swimming pools. I suppose they would in this area of the world, really. If you happen to live in Las Vegas, then you're obviously not short of a bob or two, really, are you? Oh, this is looking really nice. No beam of light from that building. That's Las Vegas Airport. In fact, let's have a quick buzz past the airport. And this is what I mean, guys, when I say that DCS could be a general aviation flight sim quite easily. Just look at all that traffic there. I mean, I know that's static, I think, but there is a few GA aircraft buzzing around the skies in DCS occasionally. But that looks fantastic. It wouldn't take too much, would it, to I don't know, it'd be interesting if DCS ever go that way, really, and do cargo runs or something like that, you know. But I guess we do have X-Plane for that, and Aerofly, and Prepared, and the new Moxa Flight Sim, so we're well catered for, to be fair. Looking spectacular, and no slowing down in performance at all. Everything's still feeling very smooth. Let's have a look outside. Alpha pass there. Wow, that is very nice. Very nice indeed. That ain't bad at all. I hope that comes across as well as it does in the headset, because yeah, very well detailed. They've done their homework. Okay, we best get back to Nellis Air Force Base before we get a rollicking for all of our crazy flying shenanigans here. There's a bit of a buzz of the tower, should we do? I think maybe a break the sound barrier for our last pass. Oh, you know it's got to be done. Building speed, full afterburner now, 500 knots. This thing is a rocket. 570 knots, 600 knots. Oh my god. Are we going to get a telling off for this? Wowzers, 700 miles an hour, 700 knots, sorry. Pulling right up. 7.2 Gs, and I'm nearly blacking out here. That's what I call a run-in and brake. VR flight sim guy style. Oh god, it just... Did you see that, guys? It appears to be that I have a problem. I have blown my tyres off my wheels, and I think I know why that happened. When I took off, I was too busy looking on the outside view, and basically what I did is I didn't get the landing gear up until I was about 300 knots. Do you know, that's another thing I've just learned about this F18 Hornet. You can bust your tyres not only on landing, but if you're going too fast. Look at the state of those. Right, this is not going to be pretty, guys. I can tell you that now. Stand by. I'm coming in far too high as well. We'll let her down as gently as we can. But I'm not making no promises. We've got the ejection seat armed in case it all goes wrong. Oh dear me. I have no tyres. This is gonna hurt. Need to stop safely without doing anything too crazy. Dabbing the brakes here. Go outside for a moment. Oh, look at that. What an idiot. It's a wonder I've still got a license to fly this thing. My commander is so fed up with me, he keeps telling me off. He keeps giving me all these chances, but I don't know, maybe that's the last straw, I don't know. I'm not even going to attempt to taxi this back in. I think we need to get a tow truck or something, so we'll just go to a halt on the runway. Declare emergency. At least we made it back in one piece. Ish. Look at the sparks! And there we have it, guys. That is our first part of our Nevada tour series in DCS. This has been the F18 Hornet, and thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again on the next one. Bye bye for now.